Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Wilmot Rec Complex in New Hamburg for the final game of the round robin of the U18 Single A OHF Championships. My name is Dylan Baker. You're watching the OHF Championships on 519 Sports. It is great to be with you for the nightcap here on day two, the final day of the round robin. It's our final game between the Stratford Warriors and the Hearst Lumber Kings. For Stratford, they come into this game riding high off a 4-1 win over Porcupine. They get both the Northern Ontario teams in their two games today. A big matchup for them earlier. 4-1 win, dominated really all throughout. Final shots ended up at 44-14 for Stratford in that game. That came on the heels of two losses, so a big victory for the Warriors to get into the win column and to put themselves in a position where they can go into tomorrow's semifinal. On the flip side, the Hearst Lumber Kings come into this game trying to get back in the win column. They lost this morning against the host team, the New Hamburg Firebirds, and fell to 1-2 after a loss in their tournament opening game against St. Thomas and the win against Porcupine last night. So at 1-2, to get into tomorrow, they need to win. The job for this game for both of these teams is very, very simple. You win and you're in. If you tie, then it comes down to a tie-breaking procedure, and that's when things can get dicey. The winner of this game will sit at 2-2. They'll be the third team to sit at 2-2, and that will result in a very complex tie-breaking scenario between the three teams for the final spot in the semifinal tomorrow, for all three spots, in the semifinal tomorrow for the seeding between them. Who will match up against who? That we won't know until later tonight when all the tiebreakers have been worked out. If we get a tie in today's game, that's another caveat. There's a lot to go through, a lot of possibilities in this game, but for both these teams, the job is very easy, and that is win to make it to tomorrow. We'll see if Stratford or Hearst are able to do that here in this game today, able to get a second consecutive win if you're Stratford, or able to get into the win column if you are the Hearst Lumber Kings. The teams are lining up on the blue lines for the national anthem, so we'll send it down to ice level now for that anthem and the player introductions. Beautiful rendition of a bilingual national anthem as we get set here for this matchup between Stratford and Hearst. You can hear the Hearst crowd getting into it with the French national anthem here to kick things off in this game. It's a win and you're in scenario for tomorrow's semifinal. Hearst starts in goal with Colton Gregory. Gregory got injured in the previous game earlier today, had to be lifted for a substitution of Nicolas Gagnon. He is back in between the pipes. At the back end, it's Alexis Fournier alongside Jérémy Thibault. While up front, it's Sébastien Gagnon, Danick Dubé, and Zachary Mignot. Between the pipes for Stratford, Colton Thompson, Joshua Goodhue, Owen Hunt on the back end. Up front, Abel Westerhoff and White. Win and you're in it tomorrow. Stratford and Hearst, we're underway here from New Hamburg. Off the face-off, it's Thibault playing it in deep. Back after it now are the Junior Warriors and Joshua Goodhue. Goodhue around the wall in the direction of Dylan Abel. It'll come out to center. Racing after it, Michael Westerhoff. After it, Danick Dubé. Westerhoff plays it back around the wall in the direction of Alexis Fournier. Off the boards, taken back by Abel. He loses the puck, heading back in the opposite direction are the Hearst Lumber Kings. Bouncing puck, Dubé trying to corral it, couldn't do it. Westerhoff over the red line will play it in deep. On it now, Zachary Mignot. Mignot goes around the wall for Samuel Veilleux. Off the boards, bouncing puck. It'll be skated out to center by Sébastien Gagnon. Gagnon makes the move over the blue line. Gagnon backhanded towards the net. That one just goes wide. Back on the far side, DeBourg plays it out to center. Giving chase down there is Loic O'Connor. O'Connor takes a hit or avoids a hit down below the goal line. It'll come now to Thibault, who will play it over the glass, out of play. A minute and 8 seconds gone here in this first period. Scoreless. No shots for either team up to this point. Face-off will go to the right of Gregory. Draw won by Hugo Silva, but quickly in there to grab it is Ryland DeBourg. DeBourg centering pass, chance at the doorstep. DeBourg a shot, that one stopped by Colton Gregory. Headed the other way now are the Hearst Lumber Kings. Back over the blue line, Olivier Lacroix. His shot just misses the net. Back after it in the corner is Boilard. Vincent Boilard trying to corral possession of the puck. It'll get sent down the ice, and that'll be icing called against Stratford. So the draw will come all the way back in front of Colton Thompson. A pair of Coltons between the pipes in this game. Colton Gregory, Colton Thompson. Draw will go to the right of Thompson here. Face-off won by Keane and Stratford. On it is Hodgson. Hodgson sends it into the corner. Nathan Seibert. Seibert skates it out to center. Bouncing puck, Taden Michael. Michael sends a pass to Seibert to the corner. Seibert tries to center in the direction of Finley Newton. Now a shot from the line. That one sails high. Back after it, Seibert towards the goal. Just goes wide. Keane in pursuit of the puck. Hearst trying to force it out to center. A man tied up. Jacob Curtin will fire it in deep. The Stratford faithful wanted a penalty. They're not going to get one. And the Hearst horn, you'll hear that frequently tonight, gets going. Alexis Fournier. Fournier over the blue line. Just in onside. Fournier after it down below the goal line. Fournier tries to center. Looking for it there was Samuel Carrier. Now it'll come back up to the blue line to Caleb Villeneuve. Around the boards, it'll be taken back by Jacob Curtin. Curtin sends a pass to Seibert. Seibert goes off the wall. It'll be sent back in by Jacob Picard. Now back the other way, Seibert. Skates over the red line, fires it in. That one hit Villeneuve in the arm. He's a little shaken up by it as Dylan Abel's back out of the corner. Abel looking for an option. Abel tried to take a shot, but he got stripped of the puck by Dubé. Now a chance, and a great pad save by Colton Gregory at the line. Curtin a shot, turned away by Gregory again. Back on it now, Sébastien Gagnon. A hit gets laid on the far side. Cheers from both sides of this crowd. Then Dubé gets over the red line, takes a hit from White, loses the puck. Back the other way now goes Samuel Veilleux. It'll go towards the net. Colton Thompson will cover up, and he will hold on for a whistle. An exciting physical start to this game here on both sides between Stratford and Hearst. Both teams know what's on the line. Face-off, won by White. It'll come back to Owen Hunt. Hunt around to Hodgson. Hodgson tried to go back to Hunt. It got cut. Centering feed. Misfires and will go all the way down the ice. Face-off will come back to center ice because Hearst put it back into its own end, and it was an incorrect icing call. So the draw will go to the neutral zone. Dubé will be matched up against White. Face-off won by White. It'll come back now to Caden Barassa. It'll go up the wall in the direction of Abel. Puck is played off the boards out to center. Giving chase is Sébastien Gagnon. Did not get there. Barassa with it. Barassa over the blue line. He'll go into the corner with possession of the puck. Barassa tries to center. Now back at the line. A shot stopped by Gregory. Rebound loose. Comes back towards Hodgson, and he couldn't hold the line. Blake Hodgson fires it down behind the net. Hits off the side of the goal onto the stick of Jérémy Thibault. Now out to center, racing after it, Dubé. Danick Dubé coming in, takes a shot, save Thompson, rebound loose. Didn't know where it was, but he's able to find it and cover up to get a whistle. Drow will go to the left of Thompson. It'll be Schultz against Silva. Face-off won by Hugo Silva. Silva loses possession of the puck. Stratford trying to send it out to center. It's held at the line. Fired towards the goal, blocked away there by Thompson. Couple of hits late in the corner. As the pass comes back out to the slot, Owen Hunt sends a feed over to Ryland DeBoek. DeBoek tries to get over the blue line. He's cut off there by Olivier Lacroix. They get tangled up in the corner. It'll be grabbed up now by Colin Schultz. Schultz tries to cut to the net. That chance was blocked. Zachary Lajeunesse with it now. Lajeunesse gets it out to center in the direction of Vincent Boilard, but Schultz comes back in and he gets hit hard. That's going to be a penalty on Olivier Lacroix and the Hearst Lumber Kings for tripping. So 4:36 into this first period. We get the game's first penalty. It'll go against Olivier Lacroix, and it's tripping. Stratford to the power play here. Their power play did not strike in their earlier game today, but they did get a goal just after their first power play. Now a loose puck. Racing after it here, Picard trying to get around Thompson. Picard with it, takes a hit in the corner from Curtin. Picard trying to get around the official. Picard giving chase down low, it's Keane with it. Keane sends a pass up ahead to Hunt. He has some trouble with it. Hunt gets it poked off his stick there by Picard. It'll get fired down the ice by Sébastien Gagnon. Good early work of the penalty kill here for Hearst. Picard heads to the bench. A drop pass, Hunt skates through center. Owen Hunt into the corner. Hunt swings it back, Tate and Michael. Michael, cross-ice pass, Hodgson. Blake Hodgson takes a shot, blocker saved by Gregory. Abel looking for it, can't get to it. Gagnon trying to clear. Abel back with it. Abel, far side, stick handles. Throws it back into the corner, Tate and Michael. Michael up to Hunt. Hunt takes a shot. That one blocked by Hugo Silva. And Silva will fire it directly into the Stratford bench. And we get a whistle. 54 seconds left in this power play. Drow will go to the right of Gregory. Face off, won by Stratford, comes back up the line, Seibert. Seibert sends a feed, one-time shot, Hodgson just missed the net. Back after it to DeBoek. DeBoek sends a pass to Schultz. Back to DeBoek in the corner. Ryland DeBoek up for Colin Schultz. It'll be skated into the corner, Seibert. Seibert leaves for Hodgson. They trade places. Seibert skating in, takes the shot, tipped out front, and they score! Stratford strikes in the power play. It's 1-0 Warriors. A tip in front from Ryland DeBoek. It's 2 straight games with a goal, and the Warriors are up 1-0. So Ryland DeBoek finds the back of the net for Stratford, and they're up by a goal here with 8:54 left in the first period. Stratford able to get their first power play goal of the day. Gagnon looking for possession of the puck. It'll be sent back the other way by Finley Newton. Comes in on goal, and Colton Gregory will cover up and make the save. .8:42 remaining in the first period. Shots are 6-3 in favor of Stratford. Face-off, won by Hearst. Played off the boards up to the blue line. Seibert trying to hold. Nearly forced out to center by the Lumber Kings. Pressure from Zachary Mignot. It'll come back to Alexis Fournier. Now a shot from the blue line for Michael, nearly tipped in front by Keane. Seibert pinching, Keane down low, covered up by Gregory. He gets a whistle, and then A little bit of action in his crease. Villeneuve getting into it there with Tate and Michael as Michael went in looking for the rebound. And Hearst trying to protect their netminder. Draw to the right of Gregory. Keane in for the face-off, matched up with Danik Dubé. Draw one by Keane. Now for Michael. Down below the goal line. Michael picks it back up. Centers a chance. Gregory the save, and he'll dive on the loose puck to get a whistle. Good early pressure here from Stratford since that power play. Out shooting Hearst 9-3 and leading this game 1-0. Draw will go to the left of Gregory here. Face-off won by the Lumber Kings. Big hit laid down low by Keane. Hearst able to get it out to center. A pass in the direction of Sébastien Gagnon. And that'll be icing called against the Lumber Kings. Draw will go to the left of Gregory here. Face-off won by Dubé. Puck is loose down low. It'll be grabbed by White. Dawson White takes a hit, loses possession of the puck. Dubé back on it. Then Dubé a long pass. Hunt cuts it off in the direction of Zachary Mignot. Now Dubé skating in. Dubé drops it back. Mignot tried to make a move. He lost possession to Dawson White. White flips it up to the blue line, knocked down to the high stick by Hearst. And Dubé will touch up, so we'll get a whistle. Face-off, won by Hearst. Controlled there by Samuel Carrier. He'll get a pass to Campo, and it'll go down low below the goal line. Good Hugh. Good Hugh off the wall. Looking to hold there was Campo. Couldn't get to it. Now back on it, Hunt. Owen Hunt sends it in. Blocked up there by Campo. Taken back by Hunt, though, as he goes into the corner. Hunt throws it on net. It'll be covered up by Gregory, and he'll hold on. Face-off will go to the left of Colton Gregory here. DeBalk will take the draw for Stratford, and he wins it. Back on it, Schultz. Colin Schultz in the slot. Schultz, a backhander, turned away by Gregory. Schultz tries a Michigan, and it gets blocked. Schultz loses possession of the puck. It'll be shoveled out to center by Boissonneau. First man back on it, though, is Blake Hodgson. Hodgson off the glass, deflected out to center. Sent back in deep. Now on it, Hodgson. Blake Hodgson facing pressure. It'll be swung back to Colin Schultz. Schultz off the wall to Charles Holloway. Holloway couldn't come up with it. Parsons in there. It'll be sent back in deep. Hodgson pursues it. Hodgson slaps it around the glass. After it there was DeBoak. Now on it, Holloway. Holloway stripped of the puck. Campo can't find it. It'll be taken back by Schultz. Colin Schultz goes to the corner. Schultz makes a move. Couldn't quite get a shot away. Campo off the glass, now in the direction of Zachary Lajeunesse. Lajeunesse can't find it, it'll come back to Schultz. Schultz speeding in, down the far wing. Schultz tries to center, Hodgson on it. He loses the puck. It'll be slapped down the ice. Seibert back with it in his own end. Seibert sends a pass to Tate and Michael. Michael off the boards, Hodgson a deflection. It'll come into the corner. Alexis Fournier goes around the wall. Played by Zachary Lajeunesse. He takes a hit as he gets it out to center. Now Jacob Curtin on it. Curtin sends a feed out to neutral ice. After it goes Finley Newton. Newton over the blue line. Newton takes a shot. That one blocked in front by Fournier. Puck will come back down below the goal line. After it, Hugo Silva at the line. Seibert a shot pad save. And it'll be covered up to get a whistle as Fournier took a hit in the corner. Drow will go to the left of the netminder Gregory. Keane in for the face-off against Dubé. It'll be forced out to center by Hearst. Mignot trying to grab it. It'll be taken back by Seibert. Seibert over the blue line. Seibert trying to speed in. Seibert going towards the goal, sharp angle. Hit the side of the net. Looking for it there was Thibault. Now played off the wall by Sébastien Gagnon down the ice, and that'll have enough for icing as Dubé was the first man on it, but it crossed the goal line before he could get to it. It'll be White sliding in for the face-off. He'll be matched up with Danick Dubé. Dubé, who was very candid in his post-game comments after the defeat at the hands of the New Hamburg Junior Firebirds earlier today, talking about how his team was not disciplined enough, and in the early going they took a penalty that ended up costing them a goal as Stratford got on the board on the power play. Looking to clear there is Sébastien Gagnon. He loses possession of the puck. Bounces around to the slot. It'll be taken by Bourassa. Caden Bourassa around the net. Now after it, Dylan Abel. Abel, here's Dubé. Now taken back by Bourassa. Bourassa up to the blue line. Seibert puts it back into the corner. Lacroix giving chase. He loses it. Dawson White gets it back up to the blue line. Curtin, a shot blocked in traffic. It'll bounce back up to the blue line. Jacob Curtin on it. Curtin banks it into the corner. A hit gets laid there on Kenneth Villeneuve as the puck will come back around the wall. Take it out to center, Danick Dubé. Dubé trying to get in over the blue line. Dubé will. Dubé fires a shot. That one blocked. Now after it down low is Nathan Seibert. Seibert goes off the boards in the direction of Bourassa. Held at the line by Hearst. The shot tipped on goal. And a big pad save by Thompson. Giving chase Villeneuve. Villeneuve plays it off the end boards. Mignot in pursuit. It'll come back to Seibert. Now Bourassa. Caden Bourassa in the corner. Flipped up to the blue line. Squeaks out to center. It'll be dumped back in deep by Samuel Veilleux. Now back with it, Nathan Seibert. Seibert sends a long pass out to center. Dylan Abel deflects it in deep. Veilleux back on it. Veilleux down below the goal line. Sends a pass to Luke O'Connor. O'Connor gets it out to center. Hunt tries to play it back in. O'Connor with it. Takes a big hit along the wall. And play is whistled for an offside here with 3:34 left in the first frame. Stratford tripling up on Hearst in shots right now at 12-4. Score 1-0 in favor of the Warriors. Off the draw, Schultz plays it back to Hunt. Hunt goes off the boards, down the ice, Veilleux back with it. Samuel Veilleux off the boards, up to the blue line, Hunt. Hunt throws it towards the net, looking for a deflection. Veilleux turns it back to the line. Hunt to try, misses the goal. Veilleux, a backhand pass. It'll come in the direction there of Boissonneau. Couldn't come up with it. Back into the corner it goes. O'Connor giving chase. Hearst trying to clear the zone. Carrier can't get to it. It'll be played back onto the stick of O'Connor. Now at the blue line, Holloway. Holloway, a pass for Schultz. Schultz looking to come up with possession of the puck. Can't do it. Back onto the Lumber Kings. Carrier deflection. Tried to get it to Boissonneau. Instead, it'll be sent back to Goodhue. Goodhue plays it up to the blue line. Hearst is offside, so they have to tag up. On it, Holloway. Holloway for Hunt. Hunt gets it up ahead to Keane. Jordan Keane tries to backhand it in. Hearst forces it out to center. Goodhue sends it down below the goal line and up and over the glass out of play. Final stages of this first period, 1-0 Stratford, thanks to a power play goal from Ryland DeBoak at the 6:06 mark of the first period. Keane matched up for the face-off here for Stratford with Hugo Silva. Draw won by the Warriors. Newton looking for it. Bouncing puck. It'll come back down low and be sent out to center by Lacroix. Now speeding in here is La Jeunesse. La Jeunesse tries to drop a pass. Boilard can't get a shot off. It'll be taken back out to center by Michael. Michael for Keane. Over the blue line. Keane between the legs. Keane trying a shot. That one blocked. Now after it down low, played off the boards by Alexis Fournier. Out to center come the Lumber Kings. A big hit laid along the wall by Keane. Blake Hodgson fires it down the ice. That's going to be icing called against Stratford. So the face-off will come all the way back to the end of Colton Thompson with just under 2 minutes to go in this first frame. Danik Dubé matched up for the face-off with Nathan Seibert. Correction, with Dawson White. Draw one by White, it'll come back to Seibert. Seibert plays it up the boards in the direction of Barassa. Now out at center. Mignot tried to send it in, it's taken by Gagnon. Gagnon a shot, save made. Dubé couldn't find the rebound, and the puck will come out to center. Thibault, Jérémy Thibault plays it in, it'll be grabbed up by Hunt. Owen Hunt sends it past Barassa. Barassa gets around his man. Barassa gives chase in the corner. His shot misses the goal. Back after the corner are the Warriors. Abel played it up to the line. It'll be forced out by Hearst. Gagnon giving chase. He'll be turned back by Curtin. Lacroix after it. He couldn't come up with it. Now down behind the net. Jérémy Thibault with it. Thibault sends a pass. It'll come up the boards to Zachary Mignot. Mignot now for Danik Dubé. Dubé. We enter the last minute here of the first frame. That shot just goes wide of the net. Curtin on it. Pressure from Dubé. Mignot corrals it. Mignot plays it off the pad. He'll get it back. Thompson without a stick right now. Veilleux sends it cross ice. Fournier, quick pass. Dubé. Dubé takes a shot, sailed it high. Veilleux trying to hold the line. He will. Veilleux takes a shot. That one blocked by Curtin. Goal stick gets back to Thompson. Mignot tries to center for Gagnon. It'll come back now to the stick of Seibert. Seibert off the wall. Held at the line by Veilleux. Veilleux played it cross ice for Mignot. He wasn't ready for the pass. Now DeBoek. DeBoek over the blue line. DeBoek takes a shot. That one blocked away by Colton Gregory. In the corner, Abel. Dylan Abel rims it around the wall. Colin Schultz after it. Schultz tries to center. Bouncing puck. Taken out by the Lumber Kings. End of a long shift here for this top line. Gagnon for Dubé. Dubé takes a shot. Misses the net. 3 on the clock. Fournier needs to direct it towards the goal. It'll be sent back out by DeBoek. And that'll do it for the first period of play here in New Hamburg. An exciting first period. Shots 13-6 in favor of the Stratford Warriors. The lone goal in that period coming courtesy of Ryland DeBoek on the power play at the 6:06 mark of the first frame. Good chances on both sides, particularly late for the Hearst Lumber Kings. And we sit at just 1-0 after one. Win and you're into tomorrow here at the OHF U18 Single A Championship in New Hamburg. You're watching it live on 519 Sports. We'll be back shortly with the second period. Hamburg 1-0 Stratford after the first 15 minutes of play here at the OHF U18 Single A Championships. You're watching them live on 519 Sports. My name is Dylan Baker, and it's great to be with you today. We're happy you're choosing to tune into this game, even with the NHL playoffs going on as well tonight. Stratford's lone goal in the first period, scored on the power play by Ryland DeBoek, a tip out front that was able to get around Colton Gregory. Here in the second, Hearst trying to respond. It is win and you're in the last game of the round robin. Face off won by the Junior Warriors. It'll be White taking a shot, glove by Gregory, and he'll hold on for a whistle. 7 seconds into this second period. In case you weren't with us when I explained all the scenarios for tomorrow, St. Thomas will get first in the round robin. They're 3-1. That is the best record in the round robin. Porcupine and New Hamburg are each 2-2. That shot gets blocked there by Dubé. It'll come back now to Zachary Mignot. They will get into tomorrow, New Hamburg and Porcupine. And the winner of this game will also be 2-2, so they will get into tomorrow. As the puck goes down low, it'll be chased after by White. White loses possession. Thibault trying to play it off the wall. It'll be sent out to neutral ice. And Hunt back on it. With 3 2-2 teams, it'll come down to tiebreaker rules to see where everybody shakes out. The fourth ranked team in the round robin will play St. Thomas in the semifinal tomorrow. And the second and third place teams will face off in the other semifinal tomorrow. The final goes at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. A big hit laid by Michael Westerhoff at the blue line as the puck gets fired back in by Joshua Goodhue. Now giving chase at Alexis Fournier. Fournier back around the wall. It'll be chased after by Jérémy Thibault. Off the boards, held to the line by Colin Schultz. Now at the point, a shot by Seibert. That one turned away by Colton Gregory. Pass in the corner, cut by Fournier. It'll come back now in the direction of Colin Schultz. Up at the blue line. Played out to center. Here comes Hearst the other way. It's Zachary Lajeunesse getting it in deep. Turned back by Thompson. Lajeunesse first man on it. Lajeunesse plays it around the wall. Giving chase there is Seibert to the corner. Seibert takes a hit from Vincent Boilard as the puck will come back to Hugo Silva. Silva up to the point, just missed Fournier with the pass. And it'll come all the way back into the Hearst end. Gregory drops it back. Starting the rush up ice is Samuel Veilleux. Veilleux sends it out to neutral ice. Deflected in deep there by Boilard. Boilard pursues down low. Seibert on it. Seibert up the line. Lajeunesse cuts it off. Zachary Lajeunesse a shot. That one stopped by Colton Thompson, and he'll hold on as Boilard gets into it with Seibert a little bit, and that's going to be a penalty. So Vincent Boilard is going to head to the penalty box here for head contact. He was unhappy with the Warriors getting in his kitchen in the crease, and the result is going to be a second Stratford power play. There will not be an offsetting call, so it will be a power play for Stratford. 2:07 into the second period. Stratford capitalized on their first power play for their opening goal of this game. Ryland DeBoek tipped a shot from the right circle home. DeBoek will come in to take the face-off. Draws one, though, by the Lumber Kings. Quickly in there is DeBoek to steal it back for Stratford. Seibert at the line. Seibert sends a pass to Schultz. Schultz walks into the shot. Big save, Gregory. Puck will come back now and be fired off the wall by Sébastien Gagnon down the ice. On it is Thompson. Colton Thompson drops it back for Nathan Seibert. Seibert will skate through neutral ice. Seibert over the blue line. Seibert spins it back in the direction of Colin Schultz. Just missed him, and the puck will come out to center. Seibert back in over the line for Stratford. Seibert makes a move, goes into the corner. It'll be taken away by Sébastien Gagnon, and he'll fire it down the ice. Thompson drops it off Hodgson. Blake Hodgson had a goal just after a Stratford power play in the first game today. Hodgson into the slot. Hodgson spins it back, goes down behind the net. Hearst trying to clear. It'll come back up to Schultz at the line. Schultz sends a pass. Seibert takes the shot, deflected over the goal. Now back out into the corner to Boak. He takes a hit. Puck comes out to center, racing after it, Denik Dubé, but Hodgson using his reach to prevent that chance. Now Seibert over the blue line. Seibert drops it off, looking for it White. Slap shot from Schultz, deflected up and over the glass, out of play. And a great catch made by a fan of the corner. That is Stephen from Wellesley who comes away with the puck and flips it back over the glass. Draw will go to the left of Gregory here. Keane gets away from the face-off dot. Taden Michael will come in to grab it. Michael off the draw. Keane now up the line. Here's Hunt. Hunt takes a shot. Pad saved by Gregory. Back after it now, Jacob Curtin. Curtin up to the line for Hunt. Takes a shot. It gets blocked. Bouncing around. It'll be cleared by Zachary Mignot. Out of the crease to play it, Thompson. Zubé trying to knock it down. Hunt will drop it back for Curtin. Jacob Curtin tries a pass. Good pressure from Danick Zubé. It'll go down below the goal line. Hunt around the boards. Stratford trying to exit their end. Out of the box comes Boilard, back at 5-on-5. Keane will flip it in deep. After it, Thibault. Jérémy Thibault takes a big hit down low. He gets hauled down to the ice. A centering pass for Michael, misfires. Hunt at the line, a shot gloved by Colton Gregory, and he will hold on. The Hearst faithful unhappy with the non-call on the hit below the goal line, saying, and I quote, "It was to the numbers." The officials had a great view of it down low and decided no penalty. Hodgson flips it off the glass. After it goes Veilleux. Veilleux tries to get it off the wall. It'll be taken back by Picard. Picard sends a pass up in the direction of Samuel Carrier. Carrier tried to reach Antoine Boissonneau, but it'll be sent back out to center. Picard sends it in. It'll be cut off by Parsons. He'll go off the wall, and Veilleux will try to play it back in deep. Parsons cuts it off again. Gregory turns it away on the dump in. Schultz giving chase. Now DeBoek. DeBoek back in the direction of Schultz. Here's DeBoek into the slot. Holloway spins, fires. That shot blocked. Hearst trying to get it out to center. It'll be held by Hodgson. Hodgson makes a move, dodges a check. DeBoek takes a shot. Big block down low by Luke O'Connor. Hearst gets it clear. It'll come back out to center. Here's Cameron Parsons. Parsons over the blue line. Cut off there. It'll come to Antoine Boissonneau. Boissonneau over the blue line. Boissonneau taken down to the Stratford end. Looking for it there was Veilleux. Couldn't get to it. Hodgson throws it down below the goal line. Zachary Lajeunesse gives chase. Lajeunesse banks it off the boards. A big hit laid by Silva near the Stratford bench. Here goes Vincent Boilard the other way. Boilard takes a shot. Thompson got a piece. It'll go over the goal. Now back after to the corner. Comes around the boards, giving chase is Seibert. Nathan Seibert trying to start an exit. Has a man streaking ahead. Barassa couldn't hit him with a pass. Man, oh man, Caden Barassa was home free, but couldn't quite get to the feed. Face-off will go to the right here of Colton Thompson. Hugo Silva matched up for the face-off with Dawson White. Draw one by Silva. Bouncing puck. A pass. Hunt will get it up to the blue line. And Stratford gets it out to center. White taken down. No arm up on the play. Boilard tries to clear. It's blocked by Abel. Dylan Abel onto the corner. Abel down below the goal line. Goes around the net. Tries to center. That one blocked by Barassa. Now Abel. Abel feeds it up to the line. Nathan Seibert. Seibert bobbles it. Pressure coming from Lajeunesse, but Seibert able to get around it and play it back in. It'll be skated out to center by Caleb Villeneuve. He takes a hit there from Abel. Then Villeneuve returns the favor as the puck goes down low. Penalty coming up here to Hearst. So Stratford will go to the power play again. Frustration from Boilard and Hearst after the pair of hits there on Villeneuve, and so Stratford will go to the power play, head contact the penalty, and it'll be Vincent Boilard going to the box for a head contact penalty once again. A double minor for head contact on Vincent Boilard will put Stratford on the power play for 4 minutes here. So a huge opportunity for the Warriors to open this game up. They're out shooting Hearst 20-8 right now, but they've been unable to open this game. Dubé hauled down. Fans wanted a penalty. There's not going to be a call. Heading the other way. Seibert a shot. Blocker save Gregory. Schultz in the slot. Knocked out of midair. Bouncing puck. White looking for it. Now it'll be taken back by Sébastien Gagnon. Gagnon tries a pass. Fournier applying pressure. Fournier gives chase down low. Fournier hit by Schultz. Hodgson. Now it'll be taken back by Seibert. Seibert hit in the corner. Hodgson. 40 seconds gone on the power play. Hodgson up for Seibert. Nathan Seibert over the blue line. Seibert slowing play down, looking for an option. Watched by Vieux. Throws it off the body. Dubé trying to force it out to center. Can't get around Hodgson. Hodgson makes a move. Steps by Sébastien Gagnon. Hodgson peels back. Goes up to Seibert at the line. Nathan Seibert for Blake Hodgson. Hodgson back up top for Seibert. Seibert stripped of the puck by Gagnon. It's a race for it at center. Seibert wins that race. Hearst trying to change here on their PK group, but it'll be taken back in by Seibert. Seibert centers. Schultz a shot. Big save. Colton Gregory. And he'll hold on. A minute 20 seconds gone in the double minor to Boilard for head contact. Stratford has had a couple of chances. Danick Dubé was nearly home free shorthanded, got hauled down, and there was no penalty on the play. Face-off, won by Stratford. Michael trying to grab it. It'll be sent up to the blue line, not out by Mignot. Now here's Campeau. Robin Campeau plays it up to the blue line. Hunt knocks it down. Hunt into the corner. After it goes Keane. Hit late on Thibault. A centering pass will come to Abel. Dylan Abel, a shot pad saved by Gregory. Backhand clearing attempt gets blocked. Now Hunt to the line. He takes a hit, goes around the boards. Thibault giving chase. Jérémy Thibault able to get it out to center. Zachary Mignot after it. Couldn't get there. Curtin plays it out to the neutral zone. Campeau with it. Campeau sends it in, gets deflected. Bouncing puck. Here's a chance for Boissonneau. Boissonneau shorthanded. Gets stripped of the puck by Hunt. Now heading the other way, Abel. Abel over the blue line. He loses possession. It'll come back up to the point. Hunt cuts it off. After to the corner, Curtin trying to play it up to the blue line. In the corner, Campeau. Campeau looks to clear. Held by Hunt. Nearly forced out by Hearst. Hunt holds the line, gets it to Abel. Dylan Abel, a shot tipped over the net. Back after it, Campeau. Minute 30 left of the power play. It'll be sent out to center by Antoine Boissonneau. And back after it is Taton Michael. Michael swings it back to Dawson White. White skates through the neutral zone. White trying to sidestep Silva. Gets a pass out of the far side for Schultz. Schultz goes around the wall for Nathan Seibert in the corner. Seibert trying to work it free. Here's White. White back up top for Seibert. It'll be forced out to center by Hugo Silva and down the ice. A minute left of the power play here for Stratford. Blake Hodgson leaves it there for Nathan Seibert. Seibert drops it off. Schultz skates through center. Schultz over the blue line. Schultz makes a move. He gets hit, loses possession of the puck. Alexis Fournier plays it out to center. Fanning on that pass was Seibert. Seibert over the blue line. Seibert throws it down low. Hodgson a tip. That one just goes wide. Hodgson takes his man down. That's going to be a penalty here on Stratford. So we'll get 23 seconds of 4-on-4. And then Hearst will get its first power play of the game as Blake Hodgson heads to the penalty box. Interference the call on Hodgson. Face-off will go to the right of Thompson here. Dubé matched up for the draw against Keane. Face-off won by Dubé. It'll come to Gagnon. Sébastien Gagnon goes into the corner. Gagnon tries to sidestep Hunt. Goodhue drops it back. Dubé. Dubé feeds it up to the line. Campeau. Campeau has a man open. Goes to Dubé instead. Takes a shot. Tipped just wide by Gagnon. Here's Vieux at the line. Veilleux sends it cross ice. Campo takes a shot, saved by Thompson. Stratford back on it. They're down a man now as the Hearst power play begins. Puck is loose down low. Taden Michael with good pressure. Campo trying to get it up the wall. Keane in there. Jumps over Campo. Now Zubé. Zubé gets around Taden Michael. Danik Zubé over the blue line. Zubé takes a shot, misses the net. Gagnon on the rebound, put on goal. It'll be covered up by Colton Thompson, and he'll get a whistle. A minute 10 left of the power play here for the Lumber Kings. They trail by a goal. It's 1-0 Stratford. Face-off won by Danik Zubé. Comes back to Alexis Fournier. His shot just goes wide. Fournier had the tournament opening goal for Hearst. A power play marker. Here's Zubé back on it. Zubé for Fournier. Fournier, Zubé. The exchange passes. Zubé feeds Gagnon. Gagnon back up top for Fournier. Fournier takes a shot. It gets blocked. Back on it, Stratford. Bouncing puck. Zubé trying to hold the line. Zubé can't quite find it. It'll be played back in by Gagnon. With it is Curtin. Curtin gets stripped. Here's a shot, Mignot. It just goes wide. Now Fournier at the line. His shot gets blocked. It'll be played up to the point and out to center. Stratford heading the other way shorthanded. It's Holloway over the blue line. Holloway takes the shot. Save Gregory. Rebound. Stopped by Gregory as well. And the net comes off, so we get a whistle. But a couple of good chances for Charles Holloway of the Stratford Warriors. Short-handed. Face-off will go to the right of Colton Gregory here. 3:05 left of the second period. Face-off. Won by Hearst. Picard plays it back to Thibault. Correction, that's Fournier. Fournier will drop it back. It'll be skated ahead by Olivier Lacroix. Now dropped off to Mignot. Mignot takes a shot, turned away. In the corner, Lacroix looking to play it. Dying seconds, the power play. Back at 5-on-5. Hearst can't capitalize on the man advantage. Goodhue around the wall. Hodgson, fresh out of the box. Hodgson takes a shot, blocked away by Gregory. Schultz, Colin Schultz. Looking to play it for Stratford. Fournier couldn't clear the zone. Here's a shot turned away by Gregory. It'll come back to Fournier. Alexis Fournier out to center. Bouncing puck. Hunt tries to play it in deep. It'll be kicked ahead by Hearst, and no icing. Goodhue bobbles the puck at his own end. It'll be sent all the way out to center. Racing after it. Keane out of the crease. Gregory. He'll play it to the corner. Michael trying to get it back to Keane. Goodhue with the line lays the body. Zubé comes away with it. Danik Zubé speeding out to center. Zubé into the offensive zone, stripped by Hodgson. Blake Hodgson, oh so good at those poke checks, using his reach to knock the pucks off of sticks. Hodgson over the blue line, drops it back. Keane takes a shot, misses the net, and a big hit on Keane in behind the play. The Stratford crowd wanted a penalty. Samuel Veilleux. Veilleux sends a pass, cut by Finley Newton. Keane lays the body in the corner. The hit was laid on Antoine Boissonneau. Couple of bodies down in the corner as it'll come back up to Hugo Silva. Silva for Danik Zubé. Zubé up for Silva. Silva sends it around the net. Boissonneau pursues. Boissonneau takes a shot. Pad save there by Thompson. On it now Gagnon. Sébastien Gagnon, a cross ice pass. It'll come out to center. Samuel Veilleux. Veilleux fires it ahead. Gagnon. Gagnon skating in. What a chance here for Hearst. 3-on-1. Gagnon to the goal. Turned away by Thompson. What a chance for the Lumber Kings. It'll get fired all the way down the ice, and Gregory will play it over to Fournier. Sébastien Gagnon with the best chance of the game so far for Hearst. Fournier up the wall. Gagnon chips it in deep. Mignot after it. Hodgson knocks him off the puck. It'll be taken back by Parsons. He'll send it down the ice, and that'll be icing called against Stratford with 22.3 on the clock in this second period. Shots at 27-14 for the Warriors. Hearst has had a couple of chances here lately. None better than the one for Sébastien Gagnon. getting in on that break into the offensive zone at 3-on-1. Danick Dubé will take the face-off. He's got Mignot and Gagnon with him. Off the draw. Won by Hearst. It'll come back to the line. Veilleur's shot misses the net. Bouncing puck, looking for it. Hunt. No, it's in the glove of Colton Thompson. An alert catch made by the Stratford netminder with 14.4 remaining in the second period. Draw will go to the right here of Thompson. Off the face-off, won by Dubé. Mignot is shot, that one blocked by DeBoek, who is hobbling a little bit as the puck comes down the ice. Fournier, 5 seconds left in the period. Maybe one last chance for Hearst. Out to center, Dubé, knocked down by Hunt. He'll play it down the ice, and that'll do it. So 2 periods in the books here in New Hamburg. The Stratford Warriors holding on to their 1-0 lead that they had after the first frame here over the Hearst Lumber Kings. A couple of good chances on both sides in that period. Sébastien Gagnon had a prime opportunity for the Lumber Kings on a 3-on-1 late in the frame. Could not quite capitalize. A couple of shorthanded chances for Charles Holloway. But all in all, we remain at 1-0 after 30 minutes here in New Hamburg. 2 periods in the books, 1 left to be played. Win this game and you're into tomorrow. Hearst and Stratford from the OHF U18 Single A Championships. You're watching live on 519 Sports. Back now in New Hamburg. Glad to have you along with us as the final period is almost set to get underway between the Hearst Lumber Kings and the Stratford Warriors. 5 games today. This is the 15th of 15 periods of hockey, the 30th of 30 periods of hockey in the round robin as well. So this is a big period forthcoming in a 1-0 game between the Stratford Warriors and the Hearst Lumber Kings. The winner of this game will make it to the semifinals tomorrow. The loser will be done for the weekend. We're ready to get back to the action here. Stratford and Hearst, a pivotal third period forthcoming. Face off, won by White. It'll come back to Abel. Abel nearly stripped by Mignot. Here comes Gagnon. Gagnon fanned on his shot. A stick was in the lane. Back the other way. Now comes Seibert. Seibert over the blue line. Seibert takes the shot. It'll deflect into the corner. Hit gets laid down low. Abel looking to grab it for Stratford. Denik Dubé trying to come up with it. Dubé plays it up the wall. Mignot. Mignot over the blue line. Zachary Mignot goes into the corner. Hodgson strips him of the puck. It'll come back up the blue line. White gets it ahead to Abel. Dylan Abel moving in. Abel goes into the corner. Abel trying to get around the pressure from Jérémy Thibault. It'll come back to Alexis Fournier. Fournier sends a feed up to Silva. Hugo Silva throws it in on goal. Thompson blockers it away. Silva back after it. Silva goes around the net. Sébastien Gagnon unable to get there. It'll be taken back by Hunt. Hunt up to the blue line. Trying to set it back in there was Villeneuve. It'll go in the direction of Silva. Now Blake Hodgson after it. Silva with possession. Silva in the corner. Silva tries to get it up towards La Jeunesse. A big hit late in the corner there by Schultz, and then he got taken down. Fans wanted a penalty shot. That one tipped on goal, and Thompson makes the save. A good chance there for the Lumber Kings, who are slowly clawing their way back in shots. It's 27-16 now. A minute 22 into this third period. Face-off will go to the left of Thompson. Draw one by Stratford off the tie-up. Now Silva in there. Silva goes down behind the net. Hugo Silva looking for a pass. It got cut. Silva takes a hit from Goodhue. They wrestle in the corner. There's a stick in the slot. It belongs to Goodhue. Goodhue just laying the body right now. Takes his man down. That was Veilleux that he projected to the ice. It'll be sent up the wall by Hunt. After it now, DeBoek takes the shot. Big save by Colton Gregory. La Jeunesse trying to gain possession. Joseph Picard sends it up ahead. Racing after it, Samuel Veilleux. It'll come back out to center, Carrier. Carrier sends it down the ice. Stratford was convinced there were too many men. Here's Schultz. Schultz fires it in on goal. Gregory gloves it, and he'll hold on. Junior Warriors bench and fans thought there should have been a penalty for too many men. The officials thought otherwise, and their opinions the only ones that matter. Draw will go to the left of Gregory here. Face-off won by Stratford. Played off of a skate. Michael sends it around the wall. It'll be taken back now by Campo. Campo plays it down the ice. It's got enough for icing, and it is icing called against the Lumber Kings. The face-off will come all the way back. Draw will go to the left here of Gregory. Vincent Boilard out there for Hearst. He loses the draw. Back after Keane now. Keane tries to throw it on goal. Save made by Colton Gregory. Slow start to this third period. Lots of stoppages up to this point. Schultz will match up for the draw here against Picard. Won by Schultz. The shot from DeBoek just misses the net. Ryland DeBoek goes after to the corner. Quick shot. That one gloved by Colton Gregory, and he'll hold on. Face-off will go to the left of Gregory. It'll be Dubé against DeBoek. Battle of the top lines here. DeBoek wins the draw. Schultz's shot. Pad save by Gregory. Campo tries to get it out to center. Knocked down to the high stick. It'll be touched up there by Holloway, and play will be whistled. Neutral zone draw. Zubé will match up here with Schultz. Face off, won by Stratford. Seibert tries to play it in. Seibert over the blue line, looks to sidestep the pressure. It'll come back to Zubé. Now for Gagnon, now for Mignot. Zachary Mignot plays it around the wall. Zubé comes up with it, takes a hit. Seibert on it. Seibert takes some contact there from Mignot. It'll come back now and be played by Schultz. Schultz gets it out to center. Down the ice, it'll be pursued by Fournier. Alexis Fournier sends a feed. It'll be played out to neutral ice once again. Here comes Gagnon. Sébastien Gagnon over the blue line. Offside, says the linesman. .11:32 left in the third period. Face off, won by Hearst. After it goes Thibault. Thibault plays it off the board. Silva can't come up with it. It'll be sent back in deep. Alexis Fournier pursues it. Fournier sends a pass to Silva. Silva gets through center. Hugo Silva over the blue line. Silva shot stopped by Thompson, and he'll hold on for a whistle. Draw will go to the left of Thompson here. Silva matched up with White. Face off, won by Silva. It'll come back to Samuel Veilleux in the corner. He loses possession of the puck. It'll be held up at the line by Lacroix, who takes a big hit as it'll get sent down low to Goodhue. Goodhue for Abel. Abel chips it out to center. Now racing after it, Lacroix. Lacroix down below the goal line. He takes a hit. Lacroix fires it all the way down the ice, and that has enough for icing. .10:43 remains in this third period. Finley Newton matched up with Danick Zubé. Off the face-off. Zubé the win. Zubé looking for it, trying to get it up to Mignot. It'll be taken back now. Pressure on O'Connor. He was able to maintain possession of the puck. Sends a pass in the direction of Mignot. Now O'Connor will fire it in deep. After it, Seibert. Down below the goal line. Plays it off the glass out to center. Racing ahead, Finley Newton. Newton skating it on goal with a shot. Stopped by Colton Gregory. And he'll get a whistle as Newton goes into the corner there with his man. Shots are 32-17 in favor of Stratford. Face-off will go to the right here of Gregory. Off the draw, won by Zubé. It'll come back. Campo applying pressure. O'Connor after it. Loic O'Connor gets it off the wall. Now on it, Mignot. Zachary Mignot with possession. Mignot sends a pass to Danick Zubé. Zubé speeds into the offensive zone. Zubé with possession, throws it on goal. That one blocked by Seibert. Now it'll come back to O'Connor. O'Connor gets it over to Campo. At the blue line, it squeaks out. Loic O'Connor in behind the play on that last sequence was livid that there was no penalty, pointing at his head saying it should have been head contact. Michael gets it around the wall, forced out to center. Boissonneau tried to speed in, he got cut off. Campo goes off the wall. It'll be touched up by Michael, and that's going to be a penalty on Stratford. So Stratford gets caught on a change, and that is going to be too many men on the ice. The Stratford faithful, if you'll recall, thought there should have been a too many men penalty against Hearst. So some displeasure being voiced by the crowd. Headed to the box is Taden Michael. What a chance here for the Lumber Kings. Down a goal here and a winner moves on game. A clearing attempt successful by Stratford off the opening faceoff of the power play. Alexis Fournier. Fournier drops it back. Gagnon. Gagnon gets over the blue line, offside. Gagnon takes the shot. Hunt not happy. The Stratford crowd not happy. Neutral zone draw here. Picard lines up for the draw against Schultz. Won by Picard, it'll come back to Gagnon. Gagnon facing pressure. Gagnon over the blue line, drops it back Veilleux. Veilleux fanned on his shot, try to pass, blocked by Seibert. He'll go off the glass out to center, racing after it Schultz. Schultz skating in, first man back though Alexis Fournier. Now Veilleux. Veilleux plays it out to neutral ice. La Jeunesse. Zachary La Jeunesse over the blue line. La Jeunesse tries to slip by, couldn't do it. It'll be knocked down by Danick Dubé. Dubé, stick handling. Dubé trying a move. Dubé looking for it. It'll be taken back by Seibert. Dubé with great pressure, trying to get it back. Seibert, La Jeunesse, now Fournier at the line. Alexis Fournier off the glass around the wall. Seibert cuts it off, lined up there by Veilleux. It'll come back to Hunt. Hunt backhands it all the way down the ice. Fournier. It'll come back to Dubé. Dawson White over the blue line. White skating in, takes the shot, that one blocked. Keane after it. Keane. Fournier in there. Mignot getting after it. 15 seconds left in the power play. Mignot over the blue line. Mignot takes the shot, stopped by Thompson, and he'll hold on. 7 seconds left in the Hearst power play. 7:31 remains in this third period. Off the draw, Hearst controls. Back at the line, a shot. That one gloved easily by Thompson, and he'll hold on. 2 seconds remaining in the power play here. Dubé matched up for the face-off with Keane. Keane switches out with White off the face-off. Won by Dubé. Comes up to the point, Lacroix. Lacroix shot, glove save, Thompson, and he'll hold on again. Back at 5-on-5 after the latest save from Colton Thompson. Warriors perfect on the penalty kill. Off the face-off. Won by Stratford. Hodgson lays the body on Silva. Two of the bigger players on the ice running into each other there. Silva's got possession. Feeds it up to Lacroix. Lacroix takes a shot. Mignot goes after it. Zachary Mignot trying to get to the slot. Lacroix at the line. He loses possession. It'll come back to Thibault. Jérémy Thibault fires it in on goal. Thompson turns it away. Now Hodgson on it. Hodgson sends a feed to Seibert. Nathan Seibert plays it through to center. Holloway down the ice. That'll be icing. So icing against Stratford. Under 7 minutes left to play in this one-goal game in the third period. Hearst came out on the right side of a 1-0 final against Porcupine yesterday. Currently trailing 1-0 as Hodgson plays it off the wall. Out to center, speeding in Holloway. Holloway stripped of the puck. It'll go down low, Campo after it. Campo tries to play it off the wall out to center. Now it'll be grabbed back up by Gagnon. Sébastien Gagnon swings it back to Campo. Campo turns it over. Schultz walking and shooting! He scores! Colin Schultz makes it 2-0 Stratford with 6:21 to play in the third. A huge insurance marker for the Warriors late in this third period. Face off, won by Hearst. Silva, now a pass, La Jeunesse. La Jeunesse sends it in deep. After it goes Hunt. Owen Hunt, Hugo Silva in there. Schultz slaps it around the glass all the way down the ice, hits the skate of the referee, so there won't be icing on the play. Now skating in Lacroix. Lacroix over the blue line. Lacroix shot stopped by Thompson, and he'll hold on as Lacroix gets pulled away by Owen Hunt. Face-off will go to the right of Thompson here. Stratford, a huge goal from Colin Schultz to make it a 2-goal game. Down the ice the puck goes, and that'll be icing against the Warriors. They were able to avoid the icing when the puck hit the official's skate. Not this time, though. Silva will take the face off to the right of Thompson. It'll come back out to center. After it, Lacroix. Lacroix looking for it. La Jeunesse giving chase. Abel on it. Abel can't quite get to it. It'll be flipped down the ice by Stratford. That'll be another icing. 5:35 left in the third period. Face-off won by Hearst. It'll come back. Here's a shot, patted away by Thompson. Villeneuve with a good chance there for the Lumber Kings. Back on it is Michael Westerhoff. Westerhoff gets it down the ice. It'll be covered up there by Colton Gregory, and he'll get a whistle and a face-off in his own end. Draw will go to the left of Gregory here. Dubé against Keane. Keane wins the draw. After it, Alexis Fournier. Fournier off the glass. Now Seibert at the line. Seibert puts it down below the goal line. After it there is Finley Newton. Couldn't come up with it. Dubé back on it for Hearst. Dubé loses possession of the puck. Alexis Fournier with it. Fournier skates out of his own end. Loses his stick. That's going to be a penalty. He kicks it up ahead to Mignot. His pass is cut by Blake Hodgson, and Hearst will go to the power play for the third time in this one. So Jordan Keane will go to the penalty box for hooking. And now a timeout will be called by the Lumber Kings. So 4:55 left in regulation. Hearst down a pair of goals. They get a power play after a hooking call, and they call a timeout, trying to drop a play that can get them back to even in this contest. 2-0 in favor of the Warriors, thanks to the most recent goal by Colin Schultz. A huge insurance marker. Ryland DeBoek opened the scoring on the power play back in the first period. There was no scoring at all in the second. Face-off will go in the Stratford end. Hearst is 0 for 2 on the power play in this game. Their net is empty. The extra attacker out there, 6 on 5. Dubé gets waved. Draw one by Stratford. Seibert clears the zone. Bouncing puck will go back into the Hearst end. Samuel Veilleux on it. An aggressive pull by Félix Morissette, the head coach of the Hearst Lumber Kings, but in a game that you have to win to get into tomorrow, you've got to be aggressive. Dubé drops it back. Veilleux can't find it. Schultz will clear it. Hits off of Mignot. Now DeBoer, good pressure on Alexis Fournier. Alexis Fournier sends a long pass in the direction of Silva. Cut off. Seibert to the empty net. He scores! Nathan Seibert fired it through a couple of bodies on the way. He hits the empty net and makes it 3-0 Stratford. So an empty netter for Nathan Seibert, and that all but officially seals the deal here for Stratford. Barring a 3-goal comeback in the final 5 minutes, it looks like Stratford will be into tomorrow. Minute 26 left in the power play for Hearst. A conversation happening right now at the Stratford bench. Picard will take the face-off. He'll be matched up with Colin Schultz. Off the draw. Carrier looking for it. It'll be Goodhue sending it down. Lacroix. Lacroix off the wall. Now fired down the ice. Lacroix can't come up with it. Olivier Lacroix has possession. Skates ahead. Sends a feed up in the direction of Samuel Carrier. Now Goodhue. Out to the neutral zone. Campeau with it. A minute left of the power play. Campeau drops it back. La Jeunesse takes the shot. Just goes wide. Now on the far side. After it in the corner goes Lacroix. He can't get to it. It'll be cleared by Stratford. Campeau. Campeau sends a pass to Samuel Carrier. Carrier plays it in deep. Hits the back of the net. Hodgson slaps it around the wall and down the ice. 30 seconds left in the power play. It'll come back to Campeau. Campeau down below the goal line. Sends a pass to Danick Dubé. Dubé in the direction of Vincent Boilard. Now it'll go into the Hearst bench, and we'll get a whistle with 12 seconds left in the power play and 3:07 left in the third period. Dubé matched up for the face-off here with Dawson White. Dubé gets away from the face-off dot. Face-off won by Stratford. White for Hodgson. After it, Boilard. Boilard loses possession. It's out to center. Michael can't find it. It'll come all the way back to Fournier. Alexis Fournier sends a pass. It gets deflected. Back at 5-on-5. Sent around the wall, and that'll be icing. So the draw will come back into the Stratford end. 2:43 left in the second period. Third period, I should say. It's been a long day. Apologies. Not as long as it has been for some of our crew here. I only got here for the 2 p.m. game. Hodgson. Gagnon in there. Trying to work it free down low is La Jeunesse. It'll be sent all the way down the ice. And that'll be icing called against Stratford. So back-to-back icing calls will bring the face-off all the way into the Warriors' end once again. Gagnon matched up with Schultz. Gagnon wins the face-off. Back at the line of shot, that one blocked. The chance came from Lacroix. La Jeunesse trying to get it around the boards. It'll come to Thibault. Takes a shot, goes wide of the goal. Hunt back in the direction there of DeBoek. DeBoek takes a hit from La Jeunesse. Bouncing puck now out to center. After it, Thibault. Thibault banks it off the boards. Now on it, Gagnon. Sébastien Gagnon makes a couple of moves. He gets hit hard. And he goes down to the ice in the slot as he was skating in for a chance. There'll be a penalty on the play. And it'll be tripping. So Blake Hodgson will go to the penalty box for tripping at the 13:02 mark of this third period. Hearst back to the power play. Boissonneau wins the face-off. Comes back to Lacroix. Lacroix takes a shot, misses the net. Back after it, Seibert. Seibert will flip it down the ice. Colton Gregory will play it. Gregory for Lacroix. Lacroix starts the rush up ice. Lacroix gets it in deep. Seibert giving chase. Seibert around the boards. Now it'll come all the way down and be pursued by Veilleux. Samuel Veilleux speeds through center. Veilleux stops up, goes cross ice. Carrier. Carrier gets stripped. It'll come back out to the neutral zone. Here's Mignot. Mignot through center. Mignot goes into the corner. Mignot off the side of the net. He'll get back after it, try a pass in the direction of La Jeunesse. Stratford looks to clear, and they will. Seibert flying over the red line. Seibert plays it in deep. Last minute here of the third period. Seibert back on it. He gets decked down low. Giving chase now, Alexis Fournier. Fournier speeds through the neutral zone. Fournier over the blue line. He takes a hit. Now back after it, down in the corner is Jacob Curtin. Curtin tried to clear for Stratford. Now the Warriors get it down the ice. 40 seconds left in the third period. Gregory sends a pass to Danick Dubé. Dubé sends a long feed to Zachary Mignot. Mignot a deflection. Seibert on it, and Seibert will clear it. Here is Veilleux. Samuel Veilleux sends a pass down the ice, and that's going to be an icing against Hearst here with 13.5 seconds left in this third period. Draw will go to the right here of Colton Gregory. Off the face-off, won by Dubé. Hearst controls, 10 seconds left. Fournier slaps it down the ice. It'll be gloved by Thompson. And as time expires here in the third period, the Stratford Warriors have secured their spot into Championship Sunday tomorrow with a 3-0 victory over the Hearst Lumber Kings here in this one. Stratford came into today knowing that if they won 2 games, they would likely be into tomorrow, and that proved to be the case. Stratford picked up a big 4-1 win against Porcupine, and they take down the other Northern Ontario team in the Hearst Lumber Kings here tonight by a score of 3-0. Some big goals, a big performance in goal from Colton Thompson, and a big win for the Stratford Warriors and for the Hearst Lumber Kings. Lots to be proud of as their season wraps up. A good performance here this weekend, a big 1-0 win over Porcupine yesterday. And they are now eliminated from the tournament as the team in 5th place after the round robin. The goals in this game scored first by Ryland DeBoek on the power play. Then in the third period, Colin Schultz had a marker, and Nathan Seibert hit the empty net while shorthanded for Stratford en route to victory. for the Stratford Warriors. We'll see who the players of the game are shortly. Lots of deserving candidates from both teams. For Stratford, you can make the case for Colin Schultz, who scored a big insurance goal. Ryan DeBowick opened the scoring. Colton Thompson, of course, with the shutout. A great performance between the pipes from Colton Gregory, stopping 33 of 35 in the losing effort. Gregory was also lifted in the earlier game today due to injury. Players of the game set to be announced here at ice level. Sébastien Gagnon, the player of the game for the Hearst Lumber Kings. A great effort all throughout by Gagnon. Helped lead the charge offensively for Hearst in this tournament, created a lot of good chances. The player of the game, Nathan Seibert for the Stratford Warriors. A great performance by the captain in this game. Had the empty net goal to seal it shorthanded, was terrific all throughout, has been terrific all weekend. A really good performance by Seibert and the Stratford Warriors here today. They finish with a record of 2-2 for the tournament. They will advance to tomorrow's semifinal matchups. Now, the first place team is the St. Thomas Junior Stars, as Danick Dubé gets announced as the player of the tournament, I believe, for the Hearst Lumber Kings. Dubé being presented with a prize here at ice level. And a great performance by the Hearst captain throughout the weekend. And a great performance by the Lumber Kings all weekend long. With the Stratford Warriors, a big win to secure their spot into tomorrow. So as I was saying, St. Thomas is the 1 seed, that we know for sure. A 3-1 record in the round robin has clinched that. 3 teams sit at 2-2. New Hamburg, Porcupine, Stratford, all sitting with 2 wins and 2 losses. That seeding needs to be all sorted out. We'll know it by tomorrow morning when we meet next here on 519 Sports. A big thank you to everybody who tuned in all weekend long from Hearst. On vous souhaite le meilleur. On espère qu'on se croise dans le futur. As the Hearst Lumber Kings, have completed their tournament here in New Hamburg. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. puck drop for the first semifinal from the OHF U18 Single A Championship in New Hamburg. For Brandon Bax, Devin Young, and Darren Stevenson, my name is Dylan Baker. Have a great night.